All right, so this is what we're going to be making for January with our Kaboodle kits. And we are focusing in on a certain area in Mexico that is called Oaxaca. And they are known for their artisans and their music, drawings, all kinds of beautiful things. So those are the things that we're going to try to focus on. Um, and these are examples of what we will be making next month. One journal where we'll have this really cute little fold out here on the front, and all the beautiful colored papers that will represent the different artwork that's over in Oaxaca and what it is known for. And then they also are known for their beautiful embroidery, and obviously I do not know how to embroider, but that was what we used as inspiration for these designs. And so in the kit, included in that will be stamps, little foamy stamps that we can apply if we want to do it on a book or we want to do it on the pages or whatever, you decide to do. But I focused on a cover to a journal to put the stamps on, and this is what I came up with. So I'll show you what's in the kit, and then you can decide if that's something you want to do. Um, I bought this fabric. Oh, I forgot to mention that. This fabric comes from Mexico, and I love the embroidery on here. So I thought this would be super cool to either just put it on the base of the cover or maybe even on the spine. So we have that. And then I have another piece of fabric for the spine, like I did this one. So it has strips here, and then the actual sewing of the signatures are here exposed on the back. So we can do that. And then here are um, some embroidery that is sort of like looks like it's replicating the kinds of stuff that you would find in the fine artworks there of what the ladies embroider. And then to put on the cover of that one journal that I made, I used one of these. So we'll be playing around with that. Got some napkins that depict um, different things that you would find in Mexico. I think this looked a lot like the tile, so I included that. Then there's going to be lots of papers and colored papers, and each one will be different, but the same amounts and the same types of colors and the same types of papers that you can use in your journal. If you follow my lives, we've been talking a lot about Mexican chocolate. So I printed that out. These are some collages that I did myself that had to do with women in Mexico. And so I had copied those. I think it's maybe last year or during the summer. And so I wanted to include those. And then this represents all the different beautiful embroidery that they do on the clothing that the women do. And so those I'll show you in a second. We also have a doll that if you want to get the kit for that, we'll be making that also. So I thought it'd be really cool to see the representation of the different types of dresses and how they incorporated the color and the embroidery. And these were some of the pictures that I used on the front of that one book that I have the photo cover on there. So we have those. Some tile. I love the Mexican tiles. We have some there. And then the beautiful cactus, the night blooming cactuses. So those make some really cool tags. Here are some more of um, the ladies that you could go ahead and make your own collages with. A few more. And then this is a paper doll. It has Frida. we can play around with that and have some fun. Then I had a couple of books that had Mexican tile and also had their textiles. So I tore one page from each book to include here in the kit. We also will be playing around with this black tissue paper that if you want, you could probably cover an old book that you have, and then we can stamp on it, and you can create this look that I did with that particular journal. And then you will get a whole slew of papers that you can use in your journal. They'll all be different, but they're all from, the same batch of these really pretty hand dyed. Some of them ego dyed, but for sure, at least um, you're going to see these really, really pretty colors. And then a couple of copy dyed papers just to fill it out a little bit more. So you see there'll be quite a bit of yummy stuff to use to incorporate in these journals. Needless to say, they're going to be very, very colorful, just the way I like everything. And then so that you are able to make this look here, like I mentioned before, you'll also get the foam stamps that you can use. And then in here, there are a few milagros that we can incorporate in the journal like I did on the other one. Now, also, a separate kit, if you're tired of journals, a separate kit that we'll be doing is making a doll. She is made out of muslin, and there she is. Her body is muslin, and then we're going to image transfer her face on, and there'll be a few different faces that you can choose from, and then so what will be included will be the image transfer, the fabric to make the base for the doll, the pattern for the doll, the yarn for her her braids, and then some fabric to be able to make a skirt and a top. Now, these, you don't have to have a sewing machine to make these, because this particular one I made and it was all just done by hand, and so I could be sure you could make it by hand. Just in case you don't have a machine. Everybody doesn't have a machine. So let me show you what's included in her kit. There'll be different fabrics. They're not all the same. A lot of them are different. Now here is the material that will be in there for her hair, and I just braided that, with some ribbon. So that's kind of cool. And then of course, this I had to put some kind of a flower to put in her hair because she can't be complete without some flowers in her hair. And then there'll be enough fabric to make the bottom of her dress, and then some fabric to make something for the bodice. And each one will have something that's color coordinated to go, the fabrics will match. Here is the pattern. I've already cut it out on some construction paper, and then you can just pin that and cut your pattern out. And then here are the faces that you'd be able to choose from to transfer onto the doll. And then this is the fabric, and I think this came out to be like 24 by 36, something like that. So there's more than enough to cut the pattern and have plenty left over. And then if those of you that are familiar with Frida, which this is like a cartoon replica of her, in a lot of her artwork she has a monkey and some birds and things like that. So this will be included too if you want to use this to transfer onto another piece of some of the leftover fabric and then attach that, onto her shoulder, her body, like she used to have them in her different pictures. So those are, oh, and then also along with all this, I'm going to be making a recorded video, a tutorial of how to put the doll together and how to do the transfer, and that will be also included with the kit, will be the tutorial. So lots of different things going on, everything, of course, fun, fun, fun. So you decide if you're in the mood to make yourself a doll. I'm not a doll person, but I really enjoy doing this because it's so colorful and so fun. And or if you are a journal person, which that's what I am too, then you will be able to make one or both of these journals depending on what kit you decide. I know it's a lot to soak in, but it's all going to be fun. And don't forget, we're going to be drinking chocolate, our Mexican chocolate, while we're doing all this, just in case it gets nice and cold in January. I don't know, it's so warm here right now. It's unbelievable. But anyway, these are all going to be in the Etsy. And I think we're going to have fun. At least I'm going to have fun. You're welcome to join the fun if you want. Anyway, these are all in the shop now, ready to find a new home with you.